Um, Happy Sunday to everybody. Yep.
Thank
You
you,
there?
sir. Appreciate
You
it
good?
very much.
All right. Happy Sunday to everybody. Really a good practice today. Second straight day, I thought, with tremendous energy, and I really commended our seniors. I brought them over, told them that the way they have approached this bowl practice early here, it's really rubbed off on, I really feel, the other guys. And I thought that's what happened last year. You had a bunch of seniors that really took a lot of pride in the Holiday Bowl and going down there and getting a great win versus Nebraska. And it seems to be the MO right now. They've approached the first 2 days really well. We finished our base game plan, putting our base game, first and second game plan in today, and we'll move on to third downs tomorrow. I know you probably got questions about Chad. I'll make sure that you understand that I'll say the same thing I said yesterday, that it's really a personal and private issue that I can't talk about, but to wish Chad the best. Obviously, you see that we've made some adjustments with Zach at left tackle and Chuma at right. It's something that we've done before in this situation, and was very successful at the Utah game with it. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
Is there any chance that Chad would be able to participate in the Holiday Bowl, or is he?
I don't have a crystal ball right now, to be honest with you. We're working our way through it. You know, we have to make the preparations for that, and that's what you see what we're doing right now.
Have you gotten a chance to talk to him at all?
No, I have not.
Is there any disciplinary action right now?
We're working our way through that again. I'm going to leave it as, with respect to Chad, leave it where it's at right now and just wishing him well.
What you have kind of plugged guys into different positions here, coaches into different positions. Mm-hmm. How's that working so far?
It's been awesome. I tell you what, there's kind of a fresh energy out here right now, which is really neat. And I'm so happy for the gentlemen that are getting, it's kind of their opportunity to come, you know, kind of being in the back and now stepping up to the front, and the way they've approached it and the way they've handled these first 2 practices, I commend them. I told them in the staff meeting yesterday that, you know, they'll react how we react as a coaching staff. And thus far, those guys, from a Kenichi to a Mike Tuiasosopo to a Ricky Brown, you know, to a Mike Goff, those guys, you think of all the experience that those gentlemen have. Mike Goff, 12 years in the NFL. You think of a first-round draft pick in Kenichi. You know, Mike Tuiasosopo, 20 years plus of college football coaching, including the Pac-12. So what a great opportunity for them to get with kids and having a chance to show what they can do. So I'm very happy for them, and you can see the energy that's out here, and it has to do a lot with them.
Are you concerned at all with, like Peter was saying, you know, there's going to be new guys on the headsets for the first time in the game? Are you concerned at all about communication?
We may go through some growing pains, but what's really cool is the amount of professionalism that you have when you deal with that group that has so many years in the game of football. You know, it is something that is going to rub off on the kids. I really believe that. So I have all the trust in the world in the men that are coaching in this game.
Will any of those guys get consideration to be hired full-time?
I'm evaluating everybody. I'll be honest with you, evaluating everybody, from the members that are on our current staff to those that are on other football teams. And what a great opportunity! It's one of the things that when you have this amount of time, that lull in recruiting till January 14th, it gives you a chance to look at every possible situation and evaluate everybody. So it's a great opportunity for these men. I'm happy for them.
Adoree was saying that you had told him you would honor a promise you made to him during recruiting,
yes,
that if he wanted to participate in track rather than spring football, he could. Or how will that, is that going to happen, and how will that work?
One of the things that I think is really special with Adoree, he's got a very special year coming up, you know, with the opportunity, one, to win a national championship in long jump, and the Summer Olympics coming up. You know, that doesn't happen very often, and I've always believed if you're going to be a master at something, you better work at it, and don't be a jack of all trades, be a master of something. And he's been a master at football this season, and when we were recruiting him, we said, and this is your opportunity. When you get the opportunity to go work for Olympics, you need to go work at that. He's so valuable to our track team. We love having two sport guys. So he's going to really concentrate this spring on going to be the best long jump champion he can be, helping our track team, being able to come back with us for a meeting or two, but really focus his energy on hopefully winning a gold medal. That was something that we promised him in recruiting, and we want for him.
We remember San Diego, we remember him with the ball in his hand. Is he kind of moving away from being an offensive threat?
No, I mean, you even saw in the last game the explosion play that he created. It's something that we try to get him in. Anywhere from 6 to 10 plays. We'll do it again. The one thing that I look at throughout the game that I think we monitor really, really well is his plays by quarter. I literally have a chart that at the end of the first quarter, I see how many plays that he's acquired, both on defense, on special teams, and on offense. And if that number is high, then I tend to lean a little bit away so we can focus defensively. Obviously, you saw the Pac-12 game, Pac-12 championship game, when you looked up in after that first period, he had already had, I think it was like 29 plays or something. That's a lot of plays after a first quarter. So I have to lean away once that happens. So we keep close tabs on it. If his rep numbers are down, yes, I'm the greediest person on offense you'll ever see. Get him over there, get the ball in his hands, because every time he touches it, something good happens. Adam?
Yeah, he mentioned when he's out here, he wants to spend less time on offense in practice.
Yeah, so one of the things that he's done is he's really focused on his cornerback position. And over the last 2 years, what we've done is during practice, he really concentrates on the DB side of it. And usually, as you've seen, after practice, him and I go through his MO of what he does offensively. We usually do that on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then he walks through with us on Friday. So, the early part of the week, he really concentrates on the DB side, which is his primary position, and then we work his little 6 to 8 play package, usually after practice, walking through it, letting him get a little bit of it on Thursday in practice, and then Friday again with another walkthrough. It doesn't take much for him. Just get the ball in his hands.
One more?
Chad's situation, I know you can't get into specifics, but for you as a coach, as a permanent head coach, this is kind of the first type of incident that involves you, kind of having to monitor and maybe whatever down the line. How do you approach that, and how do you feel like you were prepared for this kind of
after 21 years of college football, you've kind of seen every situation and how different men handle things. At the end of the day, I've always been, my primary concern has been with our kids, and their well-being, and that's be my primary focus here. Will always be our players and with Chad, and that's why I say, I'm not going to have any comment about Chad. I just want the best for him, and that will always be my focus. Appreciate that question. All right, guys.